Hey, hello, welcome to my channel. I'm going to show how to do a 5-petal crochet flower. It's a really simple flower to do. This is probably the smaller size. Okay, so for this particular item, you'll need to know how to do chain, single crochet, and double crochet. And I do tutorials on how to do each stitch. So I will only demonstrate how to do the stitch one time because I don't want to spend a long tutorial on how to do stitches. So you should already know how to do those stitches. Please refer to my tutorial how-to list to know how to do those stitches, but I will do a reminder demonstration just in case it's been a while for you. Okay, and I will also be mentioning clue words in my video, so just ignore it if you're not interested. But people who watch my channels, who you're just here, if you're just here for the crochet tutorial, then just disregard that. But I do giveaways, and the clue words, when people comment it, they get extra entries for watching various videos. And so if you hear a clue word, then you comment the clue word. All comments are held for review. So if you're commenting on any of my videos for any reason you're not interested in the giveaway and you don't see your comment, don't get frustrated. That's because I hold the comments for review. And even if I wasn't doing a giveaway, I probably would, just because there's just so much spam. And unfortunately, that's an issue. And I have found since I started doing that, I have less trolling than because I do that. Okay, at any rate, although I know some people may want to go back and edit their comments, so you won't be able to edit it until I approve it. Okay, so here's a slip knot. This is a really easy flower to do, and I'm going to show you first what it looks like. Hang on just a minute, let me pause this. I just came up with this design for a wrist purse just today. I made this wrist purse, and I even made a nice hard bottom for it. It's like a drawstring kind of, but at any rate, so flowers are nice for accessorizing items, and I put a little bead in the middle. Isn't that cute? So it's a really simple, easy 5-petal flower. So this is the one I'm going to be making. Show you how to make it now. Okay, as I was. All right, got my slip knot going here. Pull that a little bit. All right, you can use that as a gauge for your. Okay, so I'm going to chain 5. Actually, I'm going to change. How many did I use? 5 or 6? I believe I used 6. Yeah. So if you want it smaller together, just use one less chain. So I'm going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now, some people use the magic circle. If that's your preference, then use that. And you can pull your hole tighter together when you're done. But I didn't want to pull it together because I wanted to put a nice big fancy bead or whatever in there. So you can do this with either. I prefer the slip knot. That's my preference. So I'm going to wrap around, and I'm going to go straight to the next hole. See that right there? So that's called a slip chain. Slip stitch? Yeah, slip stitch, because you're just slipping it straight through. Now I have a pretty good size hole there. So we're going to do 5 clusters, and it's going to be single crochet, 3 double crochets, and single, and that will be 1 cluster. And then we're going to do 5 of those. So before it's over with, you're going to be stretching this hole. So you want to stretch between each cluster. Okay, going down into this circle, all the work will be down into this circle right here. So going down, wrap around that, and bring it through. That's your single crochet. Go down through, wrap around. This is your double crochet. I'm going to do one demonstration of the double crochet, and then I'm just going to roll with it. A double crochet is different than a single crochet because you wrap around the hook before you go down into whatever hole or stitch you're going through. Come up on top of that and wrap around and bring it up through, and try to keep the length of each loop the same for consistent stitch. Now you have 3 on the hook. You're going to wrap around, go through once, wrap around, go through twice. That makes it a double. Now keep in mind, you may be watching different tutorials on YouTube. If it's from Britain or England or the UK, their stitches are different. So when I say double crochet, that is the American double crochet. Just in case you're new to crochet, you need to be aware of that the stitches are different between us and them. Okay, so that's the first double crochet. I'm going to do 2 more. Wrap around, go down, wrap around, bring up through, have the consistent length of each of the 3 loops on the hook, wrap around, go through the first 2, then you're going to wrap around and go through the last 2. So you're going to wrap around, go through 2 twice, and that makes it a double. Okay, here we go. So I just did, now I'm going to move along here. Okay, and then I'm going to do the last part of this cluster. It's going to end with a single crochet. So single, 3 double crochets and a single, and that is 1 cluster. So we're going to push it down. Okay, so now when I do this last one, before I start the next one, I want to make sure that's nice and tight. Okay, go down, wrap around, bring it up through. See how I'm holding this, my finger and thumb right there at the base to keep it from stretching. That's this first single crochet. Now, do 3 double crochets. 1. This is your first double crochet. Do the second double crochet. And the third double crochet. And then we're going to end this cluster with a single crochet. And just push that down. Just push that down like so. Just making room on the ring here. See how it's getting bigger? And that's okay. Now, if you don't want it to get this big, you can just make your chain tighter, or you can use one less chain. That's your preference. Some people like a looser flower that's a little bit flatter. I actually like mine a little bit thick and puffy, and that's when you make it tighter. That's the effect it has. Okay, so here we go. Remember, keeping this one kind of tight, choked down when I'm starting a new cluster. First single crochet. Okay, now I got 3 double crochets to do. I'm going to zoom in just a wee little bit. Okay. All right. Wrapping around, going down, catching that. See, I'm on top of that yarn, bringing it up. I have 1, 2, 3 on the hook. They're even in length. Okay. See, the length is even. Coming through, whoop, once and twice to make a double. Wrap around. It's 1 double. Oops, 2 doubles, 3 doubles, and then ending with a single crochet. All right, so we've got 3 clusters and 2 to go. Choke that up, going down, wrap around, go through those 2, starting the first double of 3, wrap around, go down, go through, whoops, once, twice, second double crochet of this cluster, and third double crochet of this cluster, and then going to end with a single crochet of this cluster. And we've only got 1 cluster to do, so we're going to choke this down, or sorry, push this down. Now we're off to our last one. Now I did enough space. I would do 5 instead of 6 if you want a smaller hole, but I want to do another one with a bead, so just so you know. Okay, I'm gonna make some more purses. Got craft fair coming up. 1 and 2. And I generally don't do patterns, but I make patterns. I make up my own stitches. Whoop. I just made that pattern up today. If you want to know how to learn it, I'll be happy to teach that. Just let me know. It's actually not hard. Okay. One more double crochet. And then ending with a single. And that's it, guys. All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, okay, back, snip it, tie it off. And then I'm going to bring this up to the back side and just kind of tether these together. Got a hair in there. Where did you come from, hair? Oh. All right, then I'm going to snip that off. Some people like to burn it with a lighter, whatever. Okay, so now I have a nice big hole in the middle for my bead. I'm not going to put a bead in there. I'll make another purse. So chain 5. I chained 6, that's why the hole is bigger, but chain 5, and that's how you do your clusters. Clue word, flower. Please comment, and if you do tutorials on your channel, I would appreciate if you let me know, because I'll tell you something about playlists, people. If you like a video, a tutorial, and you're like, you know what, I might make that later and I'll look it up then, it may not be easy to find, because as newer videos come along, the visibility of older videos, it's hard to find them. That's why playlists are very important. And so yeah, I would appreciate if you have a playlist to, if you like this video, it helps with visibility when you put somebody's video on your playlist, and I will put your videos on my playlist, because there's videos that I want and I can't find it later. I'm frustrated. Like this one, it was months after the first time I saw this before I actually got around to making this. I made this for myself for my birthday. So if I had not put it on my playlist, it would have been really hard to find. So, plus it helps with people in visibility to save it in the playlist. Give it a like, help with visibility. I appreciate that very much. And yeah, hope you have a blessed one. Bye.